welcome back from Prince George's County District 2, Councilmember Deni Taveras and Chief of Staff Dr. Soledad Espinoza. They joined us, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yes, we're happy to have you both here with us. So September going into October kicks off Hispanic Heritage Month. And we got some exciting things going on in the county thanks to your office. Tell us about Saturday, September 30th and the Latino diaspora.
Well, it's going to be a great event. We have speakers from all over the country coming, and we're really excited about that. We have somebody from the Dolores Huerta Foundation, Democracy Now! And we not only that, we have the most excellent moderator, Mark Lopez from the Pew Research Center, who basically is in charge of doing all the numerical analysis for Latinos throughout the country. So we're really excited about the caliber of speakers that we have coming out and what we're offering. And this is a completely free event. Typically, this type of conference would cost anywhere in the ballpark of $250, and this is a completely free event that's taking place, sponsored by my office for the general public.
Wonderful. Now, Dr. Espinoza, who do you all want to attend? Is this for everyone?
Yes, absolutely. One of the primary goals for the conference is really to bring together people who are working on the ground. So we've invited a lot of nonprofit providers, residents, students, a lot of the faculty at the University of Maryland who actually joined as co-sponsors to the conference. So it really is going to be an event where people from all walks of life and all different sectors who care about helping Latinos and addressing many of the very serious issues. And it's really going to be something for everyone. We have panels for scholarly discussion, we have videos, we have resources, and then of course we're going to have a Hispanic celebration. So it's going to be something for everyone, and the primary goal is really to bring together everyone on that special day.
Wonderful. Now, can you give us a little taste of what one of those issues will be? Because you teased us with kind of like the overall, but can you give us a little taste of what one of the issues discussed will be within the day?
Well, one of the things that we're really excited about is this idea of storytelling and people sharing their migration stories. One of the themes is not only the Latino diaspora and really understanding that Latinos really come from all different stripes, there's different ethnicities, and there's a common thread that brings us together, but also telling the story of the great Central American migration. And many people don't understand that story. It's not necessarily something that's in our high school history books. Many families don't know their own histories because there's often trauma associated with some of the experiences. And so one of the panels is going to be about storytelling and how to tell your migration story. And we'll also be having video where we also are starting to get to know some of these complex stories of migration in the county.
So this is just a really good opportunity to learn about your neighbors, to learn about yourself, because some of these children that are here, maybe the parents don't feel so comfortable in sharing the stories about the trauma that they've experienced, because, you know, typically there's triple jeopardy happening, right? There's the trauma from the home countries, the trauma from the migration experience, and then the trauma of just assimilating here in the country. And people are not very open to share that that trauma. So a lot of people end up feeling helpless, and they don't pass that information along to their children. But this is a great opportunity for the new generation to learn about their own history and learn about the history of other similar countries that are grouped under the umbrella of Central America, and to learn about just your neighbors and learn how people got to be where they are today.
Which is important, and very important. And I know one of the pieces you teased out was the young people. Would there be a social media campaign connected to it, or online availability to stream it if people can't make it in person?
Absolutely. Okay. Right now you can register on Facebook at Deni Taveras, and we'll be live streaming the conference, and we'll also be sharing some of those migration stories online. You can already go to Deni Taveras at Facebook and see some of the stories that we've been sharing through social media.
Yeah, we've been coming out every week. We've been sharing at least some new speaker or a new panelist or a new migration story. We've been sharing that throughout for the last about 2 months.
Okay. And what's been the feedback or response from the public so far?
Well, it's been really great. I mean, people are really excited, and I think now now that the date is nearing, I think people are really psyched about it. So
Okay.
I'm really excited about what's happening.
It sounds amazing. Especially, I love the scholarly part, but the party part.
Yes.
That sounds great. What is that going to look like? Can people kind of go from one piece to the other for the day? Like if I'm there all day, I can go right into the celebration in the evening, or what?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We actually have the conference from 9:30 in the morning until 8:30 in the evening, when we'll have the party and dancing, of course, to celebrate the important month of Hispanic Heritage celebration. But you'll have a forum, and you'll have video and art and resource tables at any time of the day. You can come and you'll be able to learn about the resource tables. It's almost like a college fair type of style. So at any point you can come and learn a lot, and then we'll also have some structured panels. There will be a program that will be available online.
Now, is everything happening at one location?
Yes.
At the Delphi Student Union at the University of Maryland. So it's going to be just a great event that's all focused there. And we have several rooms where we're going to have the panel, the separate panels. But outside of that, everything's going to be in the Culinary Ballroom.
And I have to ask you, Councilmember, when you all sat down and put such hard work into this, because hearing the day there's a lot of wonderful things happening, what is your goal? What was the goal of the vision?
Well, it's really to bring people together, because I just sense that there's so much tension, especially at the national scale, with everything that's happening. We just want to be able to bring people together and see that there are some shared histories and shared stories. Primarily, like, people don't know the shared stories of civil rights with the Mexicans that were lynched, the Mexican and some of the Latinos that were deported before, even though they were American citizens. And so people are not really aware, of that there may be shared stories and shared histories. And this is a great opportunity just to educate the general population about who are these newcomers that are here inside the county.
And one of the things that is really important is that as we see these very anxious times at the national level, a lot of people want to know what they can do to help. And so part of the conference is letting people have an opportunity to meet nonprofit organizations, to see people who've done research, and also to connect these generational stories, because you have a lot of experiences where people have tried to advocate for immigrants and for the newcomer. So we shouldn't have to start from scratch. We know that these struggles have a historical context, and we need to connect to that context.
No, definitely. And like, for example, when we have, especially for the Central Americans that are just the newest group that have arrived, they can learn from the Mexican experience, they can learn from the Puerto Rican experience, they can learn from the Dominican experience. So they don't have to start from scratch as well. So it's a great opportunity.
We want you to hold that thought there, because this is good. More Chats for Change right after this.
I started mentoring my mentee, Dantre, 4 years ago. I always thought about doing it.
Etienne's a very close friend. I look at him as a brother and a father figure. I would like to give back, just like Etienne gave back to me. Be someone who matters to someone who matters.
We're continuing our conversation with Councilmember Deni Taveras and Dr. Soledad Espinoza. Councilmember, you were speaking to the grave issues that we're facing in the nation right now. It is a time of fear for immigrant families, especially those who are undocumented. What do you say to those who are afraid to speak up, particularly when it comes to domestic violence in the home?
Well, it's just really sad that folks have to be in that situation. And all I can say that at least within Prince George's County, that they shouldn't fear, that they should feel comfortable enough to step up and be able to contact the police, do outreach to their local organizations that are there and available to them, to step into the multi-service center, go to the Family Justice Center, because there are services that are available for them to assist in these kinds of situations, that they shouldn't feel nervous. But I can understand that given the national climate, it's a very logical outcome of that.
There is help. And Dr. Espinoza, is Prince George's County a sanctuary county?
We don't have a technical designation, but the police are committed to help everyone irrespective of immigration status. We provide services. The courts is very important that a person who is a victim of domestic violence is protected from deportation. And so essentially the more important thing is whether or not we're providing a safe environment. And Prince George's County at our police level, through our courts, and throughout our institution is providing and making sure that everyone should be able to have access to service irrespective of immigration status.
And that's why it was so important for us, particularly in the schools, to do outreach and do Know Your Right forums. And we've done several Know Your Right forums throughout the district. And so that was something that was really important. But we do have a sanctuary city within our district, and that's the city of Hyattsville.
Okay.
Excellent.
Very good.
And so other municipalities are now also considering similar legislation.
Okay. And are there other things that you would say that need to be done right now in terms of increasing support around this issue?
Oh, most definitely.
Things that are coming through your office that you'd like to share?
Oh, most definitely. Even though we've received concerns from the community, for example, folks who are in detention and what to do and what to, we've been able to see that there was a lack of capacity in our county in terms of supporting individuals that are in immigration deportation proceedings. So for example, if everybody who is in court has the right to representation, legal representation for free through a public defender, that's actually not the case in immigration proceedings. Even if you're a child, you have no representation whatsoever. You don't have the right to representation. So what we've done in the county is that we've created the ISLA, which stands for Immigration Services and Language Access. And that grants individuals who are from Prince George's County, who are residents of Prince George's County, the right to free legal representation at the cost of the county.
We thank you. Amazing resources for the folks at home. This is definitely a conversation we're going to have to continue more with. And I know it's going to go on September 30th, Saturday. We'll be there supporting you all. One more time, where can folks at home get information and contact your office as well?
Well, they can call my office at 301-952-4436. Again, that's 301-952-4436. They can go to my website at pgcouncil.us/District 2. And they can also go to my Facebook at Deni Taveras. And they can go to Twitter at PGCM Deni Taveras.
Wonderful. We'll be sharing, of course, information related to the office and the event at fccpg.org. Thanks for tuning in. And of course, if you or someone you know need help, we are here for you. Dial 211. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next episode of Chats for Change.